I don't, my mind. I'm done. 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 I'm done.
Woo! What is up, everybody, and welcome. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, 9, 10 episode of Simply J-Halliday. Woo! What is up, everybody, and welcome to episode 22 of Simply J-Halliday. For those of you who don't know me, my name is J-Halliday. For those of you who do, what is up, my beautiful people? I got my boy to my left, your right, Mr. Whitaker Lane.
Yo, yo, yo.
My boy from back in the day. We used to write music together. Great friend of mine. We were thinking about getting a guest on the episode. I'm going to eventually have him as a feature on an upcoming record on the second R&B tape that I do. Super talented guy, filmmaker, songwriter, composer. I think he works in real estate now, so I'll let him talk. I'll let him talk, introduce himself officially. But as you can see, I got him here. I'm gonna do my little intro, my little spiel about my track list and everything, and then we're gonna get into, of course, Simply Whit, which obviously every time I have a guest on takes the place of the Simply News. So we'll start the single, guys. Superstar is out everywhere. You guys it'll be officially midnight tonight, because by the time you guys see this, it'll be Friday. But obviously it's Tuesday today. So I have already submitted it. It's released. It's coming out. It's out on Saturday. So that's everywhere. You can go pre-save that on my socials. All the socials are going to be up on the screen. Go follow me at J-Halliday Official on Instagram. Check out my website, www.unitedmasters.com/J-Halliday. The album release date will be coming soon. I will announce that as more content comes out on my social media. But yeah, that's enough about that. Everybody knows that. Mark your calendar. Whit. This guy is an absolute legend. We used to write music together when we were like 14, 15, 16 years old. We had some balls, because we used to write music and put our shit out and like out there. We used to hand demos around high school and middle school. Well, high school, we used to hand demos out and like literally just be like, yo, listen to this. Like, we used to put records out on YouTube. Like, this guy could produce like unlike anything I've ever heard. He's one of the reasons why I even started producing my own records in the first place. So yeah, TYP, man, what was your favorite record that we ever did back in the day? Like, cause I got a top 3, but like record wise, what would be your go-to record?
Yeah. Well, thanks first of all for, letting me come on here and talk with you.
Yeah, no problem.
It's cool. I just did a podcast for the first time ever the other day with my buddy Matteo, who's in my band. It's more of like an improv kind of thing. But it's an interesting experience that, it's the only second one I've ever done. So thanks for bringing me on. Yeah. I mean, we were bold back in the day, in that we would play in front of people, but we were just a duo. So it wasn't really like this huge production. We just go out there and just kind of bear it all. It was funny looking back. I mean, we were in New York City in Times Square, and we posted up and busked outside.
Bro, we ate McDonald's literally every meal. We ate literally McDonald's breakfast, like lunch and dinner. We went
outside
there
of Quad Studio.
We only went there with enough money to get there, and then we had to busk and make money to get back. So it took us like 2 days. We won the group songwriting contest part, but we just got literally basically dicked on for our performance for the. I think we did Familiar Face.
I forgot we even did that.
And bro, for some reason, our judges were whack, bro. It
wasn't the best song choice.
It wasn't the best song choice, but bro,
because it was out of our pocket.
We were still we didn't get the reaction that we obviously wanted, but we definitely deserved. And I remember we left and we were like, yo, fuck this, let's just go on, like, let's go play.
Let's go play. But we were in a group of like 4 or 5 different songwriters.
Yeah.
One of them is actually killing it right now in Brooklyn and in Philly.
You're talking about Scarlett. Yeah.
Chamillo, I think.
She's a beast. She got pipes.
Yeah.
She's got absolute
She
pipes.
goes now by Scarlett Fiorella, but she's
like
been putting out
wicked
music.
good singer.
She's awesome. Yeah, she's great.
Wicked good singer. So that was in New York. That was when I was a junior and you were a senior.
We went to a group. We went to a songwriting contest.
Yeah. I tell you what, exactly when that was. That was literally when we traded J-Halliday for Nerlens Noel. That was exactly when that was. We were on that trip when that happened.
That's great. You mean for the pick, right?
Yeah,
it was draft
we
night.
were in the hotel for that. That was wild. Yeah, but now now you got your own group, Divvine.
Yeah.
So
we're called Divvine.
Talk about a little bit about that, because you guys have been playing live gigs and stuff, and you do a lot of like crazy, quirky, like really interesting music that I don't think anyone else really does. So cool. Just talk a little bit about that whole thing. How did that start?
We're called Divvine. It's Divvine. I actually met 2 of the guys. I met Mark and Matteo at a mutual friend's party, just like a house party. And we just got to talking about music. I was freestyle rapping actually that night to my own beats with like Cope and Riggs. And we put on like Slim Shady, the real Slim Shady, that beat. We freestyling over that, just having fun. But I met Mark and Matteo and we were just talking music, and we set up a time that next weekend to make a demo, and we made the demo. And by the end of it, we were just like, let's be a band.
Yeah. I mean, I think like that's the best part about it. That just organic, like it just comes together. Like it just comes together. Like when you just have, and I also just like, I started cracking up because I just noticed, like, we forgot to mention about the Turtle Beaches. We got, we had, my man's rocking the Turtle Beach headset because we had a headset like that we just completely like broke on us. So we have like one that's like a cord that's barely hanging. So my man Pistol Pete, shout out Pistol Pete, Real Production Studios. He's like leaning into the recorder like while he's like doing his shit, because we have a short auxiliary cord. Then we have like a Bluetooth headset because my Studio Beats broke. I told you guys last week it broke into the cord. Broke into the computer. So I have that, and then we have this Turtle Beach headset. So the combination, we're literally like, we absolutely look like a bunch of clowns right now, but
we're slumming it. We're making it work.
Yeah, as Whit said earlier, we're making it work. But yeah, so what do you got in the future for Divvine?
So we joined up like right before the pandemic. So we finished our first like 10-song project, DIY music, right as the pandemic happened, and we were like, playing shows and obviously it stopped for a year or so. And we ended up getting that record professionally mixed, but still our DIY home recordings, and then released it. And then like this year, I think it was July, we released 5 songs. And then July 29th, we released 5 more. So it was June and July. We released 10 songs in the past 2 months, DIY recordings. Go ahead. Do
you think, like, because we used to talk about this all the time. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but we used to talk about when is the right time to release records, and like when is the right time to hold them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and like build. So like doing a lot of live production music, and then like also putting out, 10 songs in 2 months. You said,
yeah,
that's a decent amount of content. What have you had more success with, holding records in the chamber and then putting them out, like, kind of with some build up and anticipation and some backing, or just putting out music when you want to, whenever, just like, I'll put it out right now?
Yeah. I mean, that's the hardest part, in the sense that our problem is that we make so much and then hold on to it for so long and keep working on it and keep working on it and working it out and mixing and remixing and adding parts and overdubbing and tuning and whatever. Like, we spend a year on our songs, and like these 10 that we dropped recently, at least. And it's fun for us, but like, if we could be more efficient and drop them all the time and promote it well and market it well, that's what we would be doing. But we don't. We just kind of sit on it and have fun with it. And I mean, ultimately, it's just like our really feels like our project, like our little thing. It's like very close to us. A lot of these songs that we've spent so much time on. So if we could get it out and more openly available and well, like financed in terms of marketing it the right way and being tenacious about it, we would. But it's hard to do that. It's hard to be a content creator and an artist or musician or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
And then also like putting out something as you said, is personable, like putting that out and like, you know, getting to the point where you don't care anymore about like, or maybe you never did, about people like necessarily judging you or casting a shadow on that stuff that means a lot to you. Because obviously most people are going to have a voice, and most of the time that voice is going to be, the negative stuff's going to come through more, especially when you're an independent artist or you're trying to push through in a certain field and you're not necessarily at that point where you're accepted yet. You're going to hear more of that negative shit. So if it's more personal, if it's more personal stuff, it's less relatable, I guess, or maybe more relatable. I don't know, depending on what you think about it.
The songs aren't, it's not like the songs are, some of the songs are really old and like, you know, personal in that way, but some of the songs are just kind of whatever I was feeling like saying that day, and we just happened to get a really cool live take and we went with that and didn't worry about, you know, so it's like, it's not personable in the sense of the lyrics being really close to me or anything. It's just how much time we spent working it out, like working on it and just adding to it and like being meticulous about it. That makes it feel like it's like tough, like a lot to let go. But it's not that either that it's tough to let go. It's just like we take so long to get it done, you know?
Yeah, so I guess, yeah. I can completely relate to that as a musician. All right, so what are you doing like now? What are you up to now? Like, so how much of what do you do for your like career? Are you strictly a musician? Do you have any other stuff going on?
I just got a new job in real estate, around real estate. So I'm gonna try that out for a bit. Should be cool. But
and you still make films?
Yeah, I've been making films with my brother Riggs. We made probably 6, each of them for under, you know, like micro budgets.
Bro, that's so
like,
cool. That's so cool.
Yeah, like we've did them in under a couple of weeks. Like most of the time it was like a Saturday and a Sunday, and then the next weekend a Saturday and a Sunday, and under $1,000 for each of them, and they're probably on average 20 minutes long, maybe 25, and you know we're trying to keep doing it. We just finished one called Elephant Moose. It's just like a black comedy.
So do you think there's like a gap? Do you think there's a gap in the market for short films? Like, because
no, definitely not.
So how difficult do you think it's going to be to wedge your way in? Because for me personally, I guess there's a lot of people that make short films, but for me personally, there's not. Like most of it is like, if you're going to watch something for 20, 25 minutes, you're probably watching like a TV show or a TV series, or you're watching like something on YouTube, maybe like not necessarily if it's a film or not, maybe like a little short doc or something. But like, I usually don't, when I think films, I think like, okay, like I'm watching something for an hour and a half.
Yeah. What we should do is we should make these like micro budget films and make them 2 or 3 minutes long or 5 minutes long or something, like one scene, and put it on YouTube. Yeah. But we just want, I don't know, we're just trying to like write scripts and make films, and so we'll just
put one clip out every day.
Yeah, like no, if we were smart about it, or it's like in music, like you should be just releasing single and marketing the hell out of it. And that's kind of, you know, what we probably should be doing here. But we just like, we're trying to write scripts, and we're trying to like get better at that, and we're trying to get better at making films. We want to obviously make features one day, but right now we're just churning out what we've written. So it'll be like 30-page scripts usually. That's what the next 2 that we have lined up are. And we're just trying to build a portfolio, and in doing so, like put ourselves through film school essentially, you know, just like become really good filmmakers.
That is
over
fire.
time.
Honestly, like there's a lot. That's fire. Like I appreciate the whole fact of just doing what you love and doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
But obviously, being smart and having the means to just know, okay, I still have to. It takes money. You have to fund it. I still have to do certain things, but I'll never stop chasing my dreams.
Yeah, I mean, it's some people find like a ton of success, and
yeah, exactly.
And some people like right away, and some people don't find success right away, and then hopefully eventually do, but. You know, it's when you don't find it right away and then you stop doing it, like, then that just shows, you know, you weren't really doing it for the right reasons anyway. You know, you were just whatever. But we just, and I'm sure you're the same in music. I'm this way in music. And when we make these films, like, I don't know, we just don't really care about anything other than doing it. We're just trying to make shit.
Exactly.
That's all.
Exactly. Like I used to care a lot like about what people thought and shit, but I just want to put it out there for me. All right, let's talk about. I'm just gonna mention Manchester United real quick. I will officially not be watching Manchester United games for the first time in my life until we change ownership. I just want to say to the Glazers and the whole Glazer family, go fuck yourselves. Take all your money, shove it up your arse. Go give it to Tom Brady in Tampa Bay. Just keep your money there. We don't want you here anymore. Get out. Get out of our club. You're ruining our club. And I will no longer talk about Manchester United and watch Manchester United until the club that I love gets fixed. We should boycott that Liverpool game. I'm just saying. So that's all I'll say about that. Manchester United, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. The Sixers. We are both huge Sixers fans. We now have Joel and James, who look like they're going to be together for at least the next couple of years, and they have a great relationship. And now you've got these rumors about Kevin Durant potentially maybe coming. We love the supporting cast that we already have with Maxey. What do you think is going to be? We've got Joel, we've got James. What do you think our roster build is going to be at the tip off?
I mean, I think
we tip off. What's our starting five? And if you don't
what
know,
what do I hope, or what do I think is going to happen?
Well, I just what do you think? What do you think is going to happen?
Sorry, I kicked your camera, Connor. The thing that I think what's most likely is it'll just be we'll run it back essentially. But I think obviously House or Matisse will start at the 3 because Danny Green's gone. I think that's most likely, and if that's what happens, I think that Tucker probably comes off the bench because I don't think anybody wants to see Toby at the 3.
No, not at all. But I don't even know if Toby will be here. I think Tucker starts because there's no way. I know James loves him, and we went and picked him up. I don't see him coming off the bench, but maybe not. If he's to start the season, tip off, he's in the starting lineup.
You think so?
Yeah, but
wait, not over Toby though.
Well, regardless, I don't know. I'm not going to necessarily say who he's over or not, but I'm just he's
Where's
in
he
the starting
play?
lineup.
Where's he going to play?
He'll play 4, or he'll play as like a stretch 3 that like gets on crashes boards. He doesn't necessarily play strictly on the wing.
He'd probably be a shitty 3.
He wouldn't be a very good 3, but he could play that big body stretch 3, and he would play 4.
I mean,
I think he's straight up corner threes.
I don't see how. He gets on the court with Tobias and Embiid at the same time. I agree. I mean, I actually like Tobias, but I agree that it would
Tobias
be better to break him up.
I guess.
No, it'd be better. No, I'm saying even as a player, I think he gets a lot of hate because of his contract. When if you look at how he plays, he's like fine. He's obviously not good. He's good. He's obviously not great.
Here's how I think he's kind of like I mean, obviously like the Harry Maguire situation at Manchester United. He's awful. And
I don't know what that is.
Oh yeah, exactly. But he's similar kind of thing. He's awful, but because we paid so much for him and because he has so much of a big role, he gets a lot of hate. Exactly. Same kind of thing. Like we paid Tobias so much money and we give him a huge role and we expect him to be like like the next guy in the big 3, and like though people shouldn't be surprised when Maxey like plays better, has better games than him. Like I think Maxey has a higher ceiling and is maybe even a better player now, but Tobias can still be a contributing piece to the team.
I think he'd be a nice like 4th piece on a contender or a 5th piece on a contender.
But I just think at the salary he has, he can't be a 4th or 5th piece.
But people always say at the salary that you have, at the salary that he has, but like if you couldn't break him up into Tim Hardaway and Bullock, like earlier in the summer, what are you thinking? Because you're talking about opening day. So what's going to happen with that? You know what I mean?
I think Tobias will be in the lineup opening day.
Yeah. So
I think it's going to be Tobias.
That took a long time to get through that, but. So you think it'll be Tucker?
No, I just don't like Tobias. I just don't like Tobias. I think Tobias will be the guy that is traded eventually there because of you need to with the salary. So if it's not, if we don't get Kevin Durant, people are talking about him wanting out. If he named 2 places, he named Boston and Philly. So those are the 2 places he wants to go. I don't think they'll trade him to a rival, but if they might not have a choice, they might not have a choice. And if it comes down to it, I would trade Tobias and Maxey for Durant.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's what it would have to
be. Tobias, Maxey, Thibault,
and they already have our first round pick. The only pick that we have to offer for that they could get would be 2029, and that's not really that enticing for them.
You could also like unprotect the 27 they own, and I think there's a couple pick swaps or something involved.
But that's a good enough package, anyways. It's either that or they get Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, I think Brown's probably better right now than Maxey. But if I were the Nets, and
you get Tobias though.
Yeah, I'd probably be into Tobias, Curry, Maxey, Simmons. Like, it's not a terrible squad because ultimately all they're trying to do is bring people to the stadium and be competitive enough. But it's weird the stance they're taking with Durant. I think that Durant is going to get traded, and I wouldn't be surprised if he came to Philly. I think if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be Morey.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, I think that Maxey and everybody's the best package, but I argue with this about this with my friends sometimes too. Like, I'm not that convinced. This is, I guess, a hot take. I'm not that convinced that losing everybody on your team, everybody who's useful, like in a larger role, to go get Kevin Durant and then have your top 4 or 5 be maybe the best in the league, but have an embarrassingly terrible bench. I don't know. Like, I'm actually not that into that. I prefer the depth. Like, I'd almost rather keep Maxey and everybody for that reason, even though obviously I wouldn't be mad if they gutted it all for KD, but what's that team look like when you have to go 8 players in the playoffs and you only got 6?
Well, I think when you bring a guy like Durant and you have Durant, Harden, and Joel, and then your only pieces that you're trading are Thibault, who can't play offense but strictly plays defense.
Get rid of him.
You're getting Durant already. Durant's a great defensive player. It's probably underrated defensive player. He's a great rim protector too. And then you're trading Maxey, which we obviously know is the biggest loss, and then Tobias, which is another big loss. But then you're bringing Durant, and you got to know that there's gonna be probably most likely one other player in there to balance contracts, because Durant is maybe not actually, because it depends on roster spots, not to counteract contracts, but they need to fill that. They probably can't afford to take on 3 players for one. They probably need to give us someone. So you think a low salary guy, from their roster that's going to help fill the.
Maybe we
get
Seth back,
and then you get a buy, and then you can get guys in buyout markets. You can get guys for cheap free agency deals. When they see that there's those 3 on your team, they're going to say, yeah, I'll take the minimum to go play there because I'm going to win a ring.
Especially for Morey, like, he'll find a way to get people on the fringe. But I'm saying that, chemistry just has so much to do with it when you get deep in the playoffs.
It's tough.
No, I'm not saying I'm not saying hold up bringing KD to the Sixers for the sake of like fucking Tobias Harris or even Maxey, even though I absolutely love Maxey. I understand that it would be a great season with all those guys. I don't think that we would be a very deep team. I think we'd probably not be a great defensive team outside of Embiid. So I'm just saying it's more of a trade-off than people
in the playoffs
think.
You run 8 really, right?
Yeah.
In playoffs.
So you need 8. So you can't trade Melton.
Regular season you need 10 or 11.
I don't think you can trade Melton, and I don't think you can trade House
that's
right now.
That was a low-key great pickup that we got from Memphis.
I love Melton.
That dude, he can fucking dunk too. He can yam.
Yeah, he's a great 6 man. I think he'll slide
he's
in
awesome.
perfect for that.
And if we do end up losing Maxey, he's a guy has a lot of similar characteristics to Maxey.
Well, it'll be like
the Sixers fans will love him.
Harden,
they will love
Melton, KD, Tucker, Embiid, whoever you keep that the Nets don't squeeze from you.
And then Paul Reed.
Maybe, unless they want him.
I'm saying that he'll get minutes for us.
I know, but that would be great.
In your team, if you give up Thibault, Maxey, and Tobias, then he'll get minutes.
But then Paul Reed's your 6th best player. So that's
he's not a 6th best, but he's just worth a mention because.
But who's left to be your 6th man or 7th man?
Whoever we get from whoever extra we get from the Nets, and then. Who else do we have on roster? I'd have to look at the depth of the roster, but we got
probably get Isaiah Joe. Give him some more time.
Yeah, Isaiah
But then
Joe.
you're like with like Shake and Korkmaz. It's like that's
I hate Korkmaz.
What I like-
Shake's decent.
he showed up in the playoffs a
Shake's
little.
decent. Korkmaz can get the fuck out, honestly.
What Morey did is he
Sorry,
just
Korkmaz,
he
but get the fuck out.
I'm over him too. But he
Can't play
just
defense at all.
he upgraded the team from last year that obviously wasn't good enough. He upgraded it with reinforcements, and I think he knows that if he had to go into the season with this team, we'd have a pretty decent shot. Maybe you have to make a move at the deadline and bring in another shooter or something.
For sure, and buyout. You'd have to do the buyout.
But if you break it all up for KD, I just feel like KD brings a lot of
KD just
baggage.
tears his Achilles.
Or somebody gets hurt because now all our stars are older and more injury prone. 3 of them, and you lose your future kind of with Maxey. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah,
you lose Maxey, and he's exciting.
Yeah, Maxey,
so it's a big trade-off.
Maxey.
It's a bigger trade-off than people realize.
Well,
people talk about it.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens with them. Real quick before we move on, over under for wins losses. What do you got for the season?
For the Sixers?
Yeah.
What, over under?
Yeah.
What's
over,
the number?
Under. Well, I'm asking you, what would be your over
50,
under? If you were a bookie, what would you say your over under at?
52.
I had 54 and a half.
4.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll probably get that.
And I think they'll be higher than that in the odds.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
I feel like
I would give them 54.
I feel like the Sixers tend to get underrated by obviously Philly teams in general. That's a major gripe by the media at large
because you have the Eagles. Speaking of Eagles real quick, thoughts on Jalen? Because the only thing with the Eagles really this year is I don't know how much you watched of it, but the only thing that with them this year is they have the roster that's good enough. The coach seems like he's decent. It's really going to be on him. Do you really think he can develop enough as a passer to be our guy this season, or do you think we will have a new quarterback next season for the Eagles? What do you think? Do you think he's going to step up this year?
Well, I like the roster a lot right now. I think that Hurts will probably step up because it seems like he's just he just got that dog in him.
This is the year. This is the year, really. I mean, if he doesn't do it this year, he won't be our quarterback.
I think he'll step up.
If he does, we will give him. We will pay him.
Yeah, I think he'll step up because he just seems like a guy who wants to take it all on his shoulders and just carry the team.
He's a team guy.
Yeah,
he seems like team guy.
But I mean,
AJ
in a good
loves
way.
him.
Yeah,
AJ loves him.
The chemistry's right. I think that they're going to be.
You
a
were
good
talking
team.
about chemistry before.
Yeah,
I think the Eagles have great chemistry.
Yeah, I've been watching a little bit of camp and some of the scrimmages and stuff, and they
defensive pickups that we got were huge.
They got a lot of hype this year, but it's because we're a football town. But they got a lot of hype, and I think they'll probably deliver. I think Hurts is one of those guys who will step up and play that Superman kind of role.
I'm absolutely.
He's a playmaker.
I'm praying that Hurts steps up and is the guy for us. I'm absolutely praying.
Do you think he's a playmaker, or is he like a system guy that can just really execute?
I think he's I think he's a system guy that I don't know if he can execute. I think he's a system guy.
No, I mean best case.
I don't know if he's necessarily a playmaker. I think he's a system guy that makes plays when you put him in the best situation.
He can run.
When you put him out, when he runs outside, he can make plays, but he's not proven that he can throw downfield on the run. So you have to put him in sets where you give slants and out routes, right? Where guys are not running that deep, but they're running with him so he can just boom. Because if you stretch the field, if he runs and he throws vertical, he's proven that he cannot do that. Yeah. And then he also can't sit in the pocket and complete. So it's like, well, at least he hasn't shown that. So those are the two things I'm looking for, because we are going to roll him out. And if he shows improved passes on the run, we're going to be in good shape.
I think that if he can throw the long ball on
our offensive line is good,
then he's got such great targets now. And the Birds haven't had good wide receivers for a long time. Like
Devontae's a stud.
Yeah,
AJ's
I'm excited about that. Should be
Quez
cool.
Watkins is underrated. Yeah. So Birds are unbelievable. I'm going to just real quick go over the picks from last week. So you weren't on the episode last week. The J-Halliday Parlay went 4 for 5. We're not going to discuss the thing that let me down. You guys already know what let me down. Absolutely disgusted. And also, I will just say that was the Brighton game that I had us at United Double Chance that let me down. We lost to over 100 years that a manager has lost his first 2 league games. Over 100 years, guys. We're breaking century-old records. And for the wrong reason. It's absolutely terrible. UFC picks, 2 for 6 on these. I hit on the third and fourth round on the co-main and the main, which saved me. My UFC parlay also let me down. Luque got knocked out, got absolutely bonked, let me down. But overall, we went 10 for 16. This week for the J-Halliday Parlay, I got Tottenham Moneyline versus Wolves. Arsenal, Bournemouth, over a goal and a half. Both these teams have terrible defenses, but Arsenal have showed improvements, and they score a lot of goals. Chelsea, draw no bet. Jose Aldo, fight to get to the second round. He's fighting a very tough guy, but Jose, I like him with the comeback in this fight. Paulo Costa, money line. He's going to destroy Luke Rockhold. I'm not a Paulo Costa fan, but I just think Luke Rockhold is dusted. Usman versus Leon Edwards to get to the third round. That's plus 302 if you want that. The UFC parlay. Miranda Maverick, money line. Jared Gordon, money line. Marcin Tybura fight not to go the distance. That fight's really similar to the Sakai one I had last week, which I had success on in this part of the parlay, so I'm going to stick with it. Luke Rockhold not to go the distance in that fight, and Usman versus Edwards to get to the second round. That's plus 227. And then real quick with these picks, I got Crystal Palace versus Aston Villa to have a draw. That's plus 220. And I got Tybura as a flyer, plus 340. Jose Aldo by decision, plus 230. Paulo Costa by KO, second or third round, plus 230. Leon Edwards, money line. I'm going for my boy from Birmingham. He's from Birmingham, guys, and he's going to shock the world, and he's going to beat Kamaru Usman, probably by decision. All right, I don't think Usman's getting finished, but I'm telling you guys, my boy Leon Edwards is coming. I'm also going to do a live parlay real quick like I talked about, like I did last week or 2 weeks ago. Obviously, it didn't hit. It's probably never going to hit, but we're going to do it every single week for the whole entire season. I did it last week as well. Didn't hit either. So, guys, don't bet on this, basically is what I'm saying. Don't bet on this. But if it does hit, I will win over $10,000 every single time, probably more. It will never hit. So don't bet on it. We're going to look at the schedule. I already had Tottenham. We're going to go Tottenham. We're going to go Crystal Palace, Villa, draw. We're going to go Fulham versus Brentford. We're going to go Fulham. Leicester, Southampton. Leicester minus 120 at home. I'm going to go draw. This is not going to hit. Everton, money line. Oh, this is done. Versus Nottingham Forest, they're minus 110. They've been playing horrible, but I can't pick draw or Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest just won last week, so they're due a bad game. Arsenal, Bournemouth, Arsenal, Leeds, Chelsea, West Ham, Brighton. West Ham, Brighton. What do you got? Do you pick something? Brighton, money line, plus 210. Newcastle, City. And United, Liverpool. I'm not even going to add it. I'm not adding it. I'm not even adding it. Okay, what do we got? 9 games plus 70,495. We're going to put $5 on that. That's going to win us $3,500 off $5. Bet placed. And that's that. Okay, so that is this week's Simply Picks. Whitaker,
Thanks for sharing that with us.
Yeah. That, I mean, I don't know why I spent 3 minutes doing that, because probably none of those bets are going to hit. The only one that's going to hit is Leon Edwards, money line against Usman, which even that probably won't hit. So
I'll sue you in small claims court if you do win.
Yeah, don't bet on it.
For that Brighton pick. I mean,
the Brighton.
Yeah, I need a chunk.
Brighton money line might hit now. That's Whit's lock, guys. I put it up on the screen.
It's my lock.
Whit's lock with a little lock emoji. Yeah.
What are the physics here?
It's going to go right here.
Cool.
All right. So, yeah, we're going to move on to the freestyle this week. So, we've got a song that I'm thinking about doing, but we don't know if we're going to do it yet. The first time we even tried to play it was today. I think Whit's going to break out his guitar and mess around a little bit.
Grab it, yeah.
And I'm just going to hit the freestyle, and we'll see how it goes. And then we're going to show you a sneak peek of the single that comes out tomorrow or at midnight on all platforms. So, and then we'll get out of here. It's been a dope episode. We might even hit a little an old TYP record or something. I don't know. Maybe mine for the night. till the moon bugs come to bite. Yeah. Until there's not never lose fight at all. And so we fight like the windy Brooklyn night. Da, 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 da. You are.
Oh, let's see it.
You are a star. You are. Yeah. You were standing next to me, pretty as can be. I was sitting there thinking that I wanted to see.
I wanted to say.
I forget it.
Mutual, you see. I don't know how you feel. I don't know if this is real. Yeah. I was only wanting you, and I want every part of it too. So
mine for the night till the moon bugs come to bite. Yeah.
Until there's nothing left to spite at all.
So we fight like the windy Brooklyn night. Yeah.
Let us drink, 'cause I did
Right after all, you are as sure as I'll ever be. If you want, I'll change for you. That's all I know it's true. You are a star. You are. I definitely have to rewrite all my verses for that song. Be mine. Okay. Let's run. We're gonna run through a little practice of the practice take of the track. So this is a Cazzafura. It's gonna be called "Turn It Off My Phone." And yeah, Cazzafura is a fire producer that I've been working a lot with recently. So go look him up on BeatStars. Cazzafura, Cazzafura. That's for you, Pistol, because you spelled it wrong last time. Bye. Shawty, she been on my mind, goddamn wait, I don't really know just why. That chick went and caught my eye, goddamn wait. Shawty always by herself, even when she ran a crew, never asking me for help, like she don't got shit to do. But I know that isn't true, I know she been on a grind, got a whole lot left to do, and a whole lot on my mind, yeah. Really on the move, I ain't into wasting time, so don't make me cut you loose. Please don't make me pick and choose, cause no, it ain't gonna be you. I already fell in love with someone I don't wanna lose. I don't like the way things going. Every day the pain keeps growing. I feel like I'm moving slow motion. Will you still love me in the morning? Bad habit, I'm always going all in. Hate love, cause I always keep falling. Late night, you the one that I'm calling. Shawty is the reason I've been turning up my phone. Bad habit, I'm always going all in. Hey love, cause I always keep falling. Late night, you the one that I'm calling. I've been turning on my phone, ayy. I've been turning on my phone, ayy. Yeah. Can you leave a dog alone, ayy? Yeah. Oh no, please throw me a bone, ayy. Yeah. I'm just chillin' in my own. Got my feet up on the couch. Ain't no really fucking now. Yeah, they fucking with me now. So I had to do it proud. And I had to get it now. And I wait no shit for later. Yeah, I just say I fuck a hater. Yeah, round in my circles in my head. I don't really care, I'm chillin' in my bed. Late night, yeah, late night. Never sleep and do it real tight, real nice. Yeah, I don't like the way things going. Every day the pain keeps growing. I feel like I'm moving slow motion. Will you still love me in the morning? Bad habit, I'm always going all in. Hate love, cause I always keep falling. Late night, you the one that I'm calling. Shawty is the reason I've been turning off my phone. Bad habit, I'm always going all in. Hey love, cause I always keep falling. Late night, you the one that I'm calling. I've been turning off my phone, yeah. Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
bro. If we can practice that like that could be fire. Yeah. And also, you know what we should do? We should just get together one of these days and just like do this shit we used to do and just start playing some shit and see what we can come up with. Because I feel like we're just we're a lot more mature. Our mental capacity for music and just I think our awareness of where each other are at and stuff like that is all will all have improved. And just
we can make some music.
we can make some fire music.
I've been saying a couple of times, like.
So I'm gonna get you on my Hopeless Romantic Part 2. And you gotta help me with Divine.
No, yeah, that was cool. Do you want to do that again?
I mean,
I feel like I'm just starting to get the bit.
Yeah, but that's the thing with music. That's the whole point. It's like that's the thing with music. We could sit here all day and do this shit. Like we could sit here all day. Like I think the
if you're gonna use that one, there's a couple parts I kind of dropped out, but it'll work.
No, I think it was good.
I'm serious.
Yeah, I think it was good. But yeah. So, anyways, we'll get you on as a guest another time too, for sure.
Yeah, cool.
Like we'll get you on anytime. You can come on here. We can start getting your own fucking segment on this shit. Where you anytime you come on, it could be like. You could have a lock that you like. Whit's lock. This was Brighton this week.
Lane's lock.
Brighton's this week. Yeah, Lane's lock. And then you Brighton this week, and then you can do
Brighton.
Do something that you like.
Should have said Liverpool.
Oh fuck! They're playing United. That is a lock, bro.
See?
Oh my god! But yeah, we could do this all day, but we'll have you back on. I just want to end with this week's Simply Music because Superstar is out, as I said, and we're gonna show you just at the tail end of this episode. We're gonna show you the track. So it's produced by AOB. In other words, Andre on the beat. This guy's really talented. I got a couple records with him, but I'm really excited about this record. Guys, thanks for checking in with us. Episode 22. We'll get Whit back on. We hit a couple different freestyles of different stuff. We talked about some of the stuff that he's got going on. So we'll have to get you back on as a regular. And this is episode 22, and this is Superstar J-Halliday. Motherfuckers.
I'm a superstar. That's why I've been going hard. Yeah, I'm a superstar. Everything I do is large. Yeah, I'm a superstar. That's why I've been going hard. Yeah, I'm a superstar. Yeah, I'm a superstar. Yeah, I'm a superstar. They've been trying to doubt me, I just keep raising the bar. Can't do this without me, but with me they going far. On my Kyle Lowry, man, the way I'm taking charge. Wild boy, tell them watch out. Say they wild out, I go Tyson. They be knocked out, used to say I wouldn't be shit. I ain't got sound, ain't surprised that I got hype. So they gotta watch now, Got them watching me just like I was on they telly. They surprised I'm down, but me, I was always ready. Lately in the mood, so for real you shouldn't tell me. Used to know me, that was back when I was way more friendly. Now I do what I wanna. Yeah, superstar, my Madonna. Yeah, they addicted to the drama. Yeah, used to treat me like a loner. Now I'm a superstar. That's why I've been going hard. Yeah, I'm a superstar. Everything I do is large. Yeah, I'm a superstar. That's why I've been going hard. Yeah, I'm a superstar. I'm a superstar. Yeah. play my cards. They ain't got no heart. Did this from the start, yeah, they all way too fraud. Tell me I go hard, but they wanna see me starve. I more than played my part, yeah, yeah. I'm a superstar, yeah, yeah. That's why I've been going hard, yeah, yeah. Don't like the direction, called it quits like they was Malik. Thought it was a prop, taking shots at me like Alec. Sipping out the bottle steady made me lose my balance. One day they gon' recognize my name like I was callous. Always go full throttle, we gon' have a night like Gladys. Life's a wonderland, way I feel like Alice. Now I do what I wanna, yeah. Superstar, Mama Donna, yeah. They addicted to the drama, yeah. Used to treat me like a loner, now I'm a superstar. That's why I've been going hard, yeah, yeah. I'm a superstar. Everything I do is large, yeah, yeah. I'm a superstar. That's why I've been going hard, yeah. I'm a superstar. I'm a superstar, yeah, yeah, yeah.